Yo, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, fellas? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hoes? What's up? What's up?
Tricks.
What's going on, everybody? As always, it's your boy Walcomar in the building. Detroit Mail, the man with the Grandmaster plan for the RW Network. We in the
What up, though? What up, though?
The big homie Nick Shine, you know, he's still dealing with that labia reconstructive surgery. So give him a minute. He
had complications from the surgery.
Yeah, good little complications. But
his lips is still hanging.
Little roast beef, like a little Arby's.
Right.
But, you know, it's okay. It's okay. He'll be in a little bit later. You know, he might be a little bit sore, but he'll be in.
Yeah, he'll be in.
But as always, appreciate you guys for tuning in, watching, listening to IOW Sports. Here we are, episode 176. Yes, sir. We will be finishing our NFC North preview as we got the Cleveland Browns and the Cincinnati Bengals to chit-chat about. So we'll get to them probably in the second hour of the show. You know, we got some other topics, you know, Serena's making some headlines. You know, there's a lot of baseball to talk about. They got the Field of Dreams game tonight.
Oh,
they
yeah.
Got, you
we'll
know,
be picking these.
Hey, no, we'll talk about that because I got something to say about the matchup wise. Because you know, if you're gonna do the Field of Dreams game,
yeah. Go ahead and finish it. Go ahead, because we're gonna get you got to get off to a tangent. Go ahead and get into the finish.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. You know, another big topic: the Yankees, are they struggling, or is it just a slump, or is this signs of the future? So we'll definitely chit chat about that. You know, some other NFL headlines. Man, I gotta talk about the Roquan Smith situation. I kind of talked about it last night on the late night show, but I want to get your perspective on it, just how the timeline fits of it, and how it kind of reminds me of another situation and how the owner's really getting down. You know, Roger
get down.
Hey,
pull your panties down. All I want to do is look inside of you.
Sir, I don't know how that turned into that, but
you ever heard that version before?
Yeah, I heard that version before, but I'm trying to figure out how that correlated with that for you to go into that.
Yeah, you said get down, just kind of popped in my head. How do things go?
Sir?
Really?
Yeah. We ain't even 5 minutes in the show, and you already, I can feel it that you about to turn the corner.
I had my energy drink.
I
kind of start early.
Yeah, I think what I need to do is just like you just need to drink water. No, because don't sit no more of that shit. I don't know what's in there that is fast tracking the nigga menu right now. I don't know what it is in there. We need to find out the ingredients of that.
Well, the nigga here now.
Well, you here now. Right, you here now. But no, as always, please. We'll get into today's show, but as always, please go on over to YouTube, IOW Sports Network, our address on YouTube. Please give us a like, give us a share, give us a follow, hit that bell notification, you know, subscribe to the channel. But most importantly, tell a friend and tell a friend and tell a friend. I know you got other sports homies that you chop it up in the barbershop with, at the job with. Put them on. Let them know what's going on over here at IOW Sports Network, all right? We definitely appreciate the love. And you can always most definitely follow us on Instagram, IOW Sports Network. You know, you can, besides finding masseuses and on Instagram and models, you know, you can find us on there. We're on there too.
Right. Sound like the shine up in this piece now.
You can also find us on Twitter. IOW Sports 1 is your address on Twitter. So trigger fingers, turtle Twitter fingers. So when you're not beefing on Twitter, you know, go on over to our Twitter page. Give us a like, share, and follow right there. Most importantly, IOW Sports Network on Facebook. That is the Facebook page, and it's primarily for you guys. We're talking about you guys, the fans, the viewers, the listeners. That page is specifically for y'all because that's a place where you can drop your own take. Got something to say about what's going on in the sports world? Drop your take, get the conversation started, drop a funny sports meme, make everybody laugh about what's going on in the sports world.
Right.
If you got your own podcast, got your own sports podcast, got your own small business, that's the place to be as well because hey, we definitely believe in network. So
Right.
people know the content of any podcast that you got, and let people know the goods and services that you can provide if you got a small business. That's the place to be. And most importantly, the greatest thing of all on that page is that you see this very handsome, devilish man at the top. Pinned to it is an address, a J. Edwin collection address. That is the t-shirt company of our very own Detroit Mail. And so, as Natural provides all the merchandise for IOW Sports, as well as I Often Wonder, our sister podcast channel. So, hit that link and go cop some merch. But there's one piece of merch you can't get there. It's the official IOW Sports snapback. In order to get the snapback, gotta hit the Cash App. In order to get the snapback, gotta hit the Cash App. All right, $30. You see the Cash App scrolling on the bottom of the screen right there. Cash App, $ IOW Sports Network, $30. Give us a physical address, and in return, you get the very exclusive IOW Sports snapback. Gotta hit the Cash App. That's
also, we are now selling these exclusive Deshaun Watson bibs. Ladies, hurry up and get up while supply lasts. So you won't be accosted by any random cum. We got these bibs here that catch all random cum here. Ladies, hurry up and get on while supplies last. Our Deshaun Watson bibs. We don't want you to be accosted by random cum. We are here to help. We supply all things for all needs, for all people. We are here for you.
This motherfucker just hit a new level of niggerdom. I can't. This man just made an infomercial.
Man, we here to help. Hurry up while supplies last. We heard cum be randomly accosting people's chins. So we will be coming out with a shield next.
Oh my gosh. I gotta find a way to rewind that. That really just happened, y'all. I don't even know where to even go with this.
I'm here to help.
Sir, you have reached a new level of complete foolery. You have reached a whole new level. My goodness.
I'm not understanding here. I'm trying to sell products, bro. Here to sell products.
Wait, hit it again.
What's that?
Hit the commercial again, dog.
Ladies, we have the exclusive Deshaun Watson bib. You know what I'm saying? If you think you're going to get accosted by random cum, we are here for you. You can raise it up to your chin because we heard that cum be hitting chins and necks. We are here for you. Get it while supplies last. Now back to our regular scheduled programming.
I don't even think we can even go on with the damn show. He said we gonna come out with shields and helmets next.
You know what I'm saying?
And put a little windshield wipe on the shield.
I will not be accosted by your cum, Deshaun.
Oh, now that Mel has reached the all-time new low.
Nigga, it's early. We talking about.
That's what I'm saying. What is his energy drink, bro? What is this? No. Let's pause the show. What is this? What is his energy drink, bro?
This is. Oh, you can't see it because it's green, but this is the amp.
Okay, yeah.
Mountain Dew amp, baby.
Mountain Dew amp
got me amped up.
Oh, it
You know how niggas say I'm geeked up, nigga. I'm amped up. I'm amped
up. Yeah. Hey, you're gonna have to interchange some water. We gotta flush it out. You got some. I know you got water in you. You got some water in you?
Oh, I got water, nigga.
Yeah.
Keep water.
Yeah, you're gonna need to flush that out because this shit is got to be on another level, but not it. Well, let's go there. I mean, she's already there, so I didn't expect to talk about it. I wanted to kind of leave it later in the show, but how do you think fans are going to react this Friday in Jacksonville? He's supposed to start the preseason game.
Why you think I'm selling the Bills, nigga? But I think you're gonna get a lot of people outraged, and you're gonna get a lot of people. You might get some protesting and stuff like that. You're gonna get it. It's to be expected, but
it's about to happen.
Hey, he's working within the confines of the guidelines of the NFL. They haven't suspended him yet. He's waiting on appeal. So since appeal hasn't happened yet, he has the right to play.
Yeah.
So my thing is this, man, and I'm a credit what I'm about to say somewhat to Garrett Bush. I was watching his channel, and he's bringing out some interesting points. But you have to look at it like this. This right here, this case here is setting precedents.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think the league of not the league, but the NFL Players Union need to fight the Deshaun case, not for Deshaun, but for the rest of for future players. Mm-hmm. Because if they allow the NFL to suspend him for a year, and they can just come in, somebody get one allegation, suspend him for a year. They already set the precedence. Mm-hmm. And so my thing is that they're not fighting just for Deshaun. They fighting for any player that comes up. They fight for the player that may come up in the future. This is setting a precedent, so they need to fight for this. And really, they have a case by fighting process. Mm-hmm. And so basically saying the NFL process is discriminatory. If you look at how they handle players with the CTE, they felt that black players didn't have enough I don't know, the word escaping me, but enough smarts, because that's not the word I want to use, but I can forward so you know the word escaping me. They weren't smart enough. So it affected white players different than black players. When it came to the combine, they asked the black players crazy questions that they didn't ask the white players. When it comes to hiring practices, it's discriminatory. So the whole process, is discriminatory. So now you fast forward to the Deshaun Watson thing, and you fight it from that way, and that way you set a precedence for this. So I think that the as much as they pay, because I was listening to how much they pay, it's a lot of money that's taking out their check to pay these dudes for the union, and they ain't gonna fight for him.
What you get my money for?
What you get my money for? You know what I'm saying? You laying down for the NFL.
Hey, it's almost like you have insurance.
And then these fools voted for this process. They voted in this last contract to allow the NFL to appeal arbitration and to put anybody in place that they want to hear the case. And it's no NFL know what they're doing. They put a woman in first, so you can't say, so you have a woman, if they ruled the way he wanted to rule, you can say, well, it's a female. Then they put a black man to hear the next one, so you can say, well, we ain't being discriminatory. Look, it was African American who heard this case. But he's a prosecutor. What are you going to do? Prosecute. You know what I'm saying? He's not looking at it from that. He's looking at it from a prosecutor standpoint. Hey, so he's looking to convict.
Hey, but hold on. If he's looking at it from a prosecution standpoint, then that means he's looking at all the facts. And so
but most prosecutors are looking to convict. They ain't looking to defend.
I know that. But what I'm saying is that he can only try to convict on what facts that there are. And if we've already dealt with this in a criminal suit type of way.
Watch what I tell you.
But I'm saying
they'll pick him for a reason.
I know what you're taking. I know what I understand exactly what you're talking about. I'm just saying is that you hope that since this guy has a prosecution mind for so many years.
Nigga, I hope I hit the lottery. I mean, that shit don't happen.
Hey, man, you and me both.
What's up, Nick? What's up, Matt? I'm assuming that. I know that's Matt. Gotta be Matt.
Yeah, it's probably Matt. But I'm just saying, like. If a prosecutor thinks like a prosecutor, as in looking at the facts,
right?
There's been literally no facts of nothing. That's what I'm saying. So at some point, you got to realize, like, yo, what are we doing with this thing? Like, I'm still astonished that I never seen the NFL go so hard at one player like never before.
We also never saw one player who's always so hard.
Group of safe owners are mad.
All right, peace. I'm out. That's my contribution.
Front loaded Watson contract, knowing he will get suspended. First of all, I talked about this last night. Mm-hmm. My thing is how the owners are mad now. Did we forget that there was a Deshaun Watson sweepstakes going on? Like everybody was in the running to get Deshaun Watson once the criminal charges were dropped. But now
that they didn't get the guy.
That's what I'm saying.
And now they're mad that the team that got the guy was smarter than they would have been if they had gotten him.
Right.
So
that's all that is. That's all that is.
And always want to think they're the smartest man in the room.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're not, they're going to be like, "Oh, the system's fucked up because I know I'm brilliant."
Oh, here's another thing I just found. I didn't know this. Because remember when we was talking about, you was bringing up the owners, and I can't remember who said it, but I was like, well, you can't compare the owners to the players. I didn't know that in the policy, it says that under the NFL policy, owners, players, league officials are all treated the same under the guidelines. That's what it says in the policy. I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what it says.
Yeah. Hey, matter of fact, send me that you was looking at because I want to take a look at it.
I'll send it to you. Okay.
Just because when we do give our opinions, I just want to make sure that I'm at least something that's factual. And so I definitely want to take a look at that. But look,
it is. Make sure you hit that like button, man. We gotta get these likes up. Those on YouTube.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, YouTube's better.
Okay, YouTube be on some bullshit.
I know this is definitely you. In the background, in the studio down below, there's our 3 pictures, and then there's that.
That's my second computer. Oh, you want to say that other nigga? That's my second computer.
I don't want to say it. No. You said what it said. I'm thinking maybe Bones is coming on.
It's funny you said that.
Mel say, your mic is off.
Yeah, I'm about to check it right now.
I can hear you. Well, I probably hear you through the headphones though.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. Okay.
Fine.
Yeah. Okay. Now that sounds better.
No. Okay. That might be it.
Because I don't have the speakers up, so I just got to do the headphones, so I can't tell.
What up, man?
No, it's okay. Yeah, shout out to Melvin Wall, Matt Down Sports. Shout out to them.
What up, Mel?
Like, share, and subscribe.
We need you on here a couple of days ago. What was we talking about?
I wanted to talk about KD. Matter of fact, Mel, if you got a quick second, call in, or if you want, we could drop you the link if you got time.
Mel's like me. It's never a quick second when he gets going.
Especially
very similar. We get going on a topic.
Oh, but I mean, it's we'll kind of jump in that too in just a second. But I mean, just with this whole Deshaun starting on Friday in Jacksonville, I'm like you, Mel. There's going to be some people that's going to care about it, and there's some people that ain't going to give a damn about it. It is what it is.
I wish that.
All right, hold on, Mel.
I wish that the NFL
just call my my phone. You still got my phone number.
Remember the WWE in the late '90s, early 2000s?
Yeah,
where the show would start, fireworks go off, and you couldn't even see people's faces.
Oh, I'm brilliant.
At a sign.
And
it was all
here's another thing
I
just found
the best sign. There would be, Deshaun, can I massage you? Like the signs that people would come up with.
Yeah.
Like here we are for Thursday night football. And it's like, you got the back, I got the lotion, brother. I hope this game has a happy ending like Deshaun.
Hey, Nick, I'm so glad you were not here because you definitely just missed Detroit Mail gave a whole infomercial
right here,
about selling a Deshaun Watson bib.
What's up, man? Hold on a second.
Deshaun Watson what?
All right.
Hey, what's going on, Melvin Wall? Hey, how you doing, brother? How you doing?
All right, go ahead, man. I turned you down, but go ahead.
What's going on, fellas?
What's up, man?
What up, man? How you doing,
what's
bro?
happening? Hey, everybody.
I can't hear Lamar
you can't hear me.
and Nick, but if y'all can hear me,
I guess it's gonna come true for him then.
Yeah. So okay.
Let me make sure I got it up on my side.
Check. Nah, my mic's wrong.
See if all the.
Say something, Nick.
You might not be able to.
Yeah, I still can't hear him. See if that green button is pushed on, or make sure that red button ain't pushed.
That's what I'm looking at now. No, it ain't pushed. It's off. I mean, it's on. Hold on. Let me try.
Hey, Speaking on W, hey.
Well, go ahead, man. We can hear you. I'll make it work.
Yeah. So with the KD thing, right?
Mhm.
Here's my whole thought process on it. You got to choose the player that is a rarity, right? Like if you look at Kevin Durant, there's only one of him in the league, and if you want to put people on his level, like Giannis, LeBron, Steph Curry, guys like that, it's probably only 5 guys like that, right? Sean and Steve Nash or a dime a dozen. You can, I mean, any great point guard that retires can do what Steve Nash is doing at a minimum, right? You know, you can go get Mark Jackson, Derek Fisher. You can go get Chauncey Billups. Any one of those point guards that got common sense can come in and do what Steve Nash is doing, which is just go out there and just let his superstars play. That's all he's doing, right? So nothing special. It ain't like it's Greg Popovich or nothing like that. So when he gets an ultimatum, the owner gets an ultimatum. He's got the choice between, do I want to do what Kevin Durant is telling me and look like I'm not running my own team, or do I want to show everybody and show Kevin Durant that I'm not going to kowtow to what he want me to do, and I'm going to keep a bad GM and a bad coach despite him.
Right.
That's really what his choices is.
Let me ask you this, Mel, because I see it from both ways too. Because if you're an owner, right, and do you set precedence by giving in to someone giving you an ultimatum? You know, because well, go ahead. What you about to say?
I think you can, and I think a lot of owners have done that. The only thing is it never went public.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if KD leaked out what came out of the meeting,
right,
or somebody that was on the net side that was in that meeting leaked it out.
Okay.
I'm guessing someone from the net side leaked it out, because if Kevin Durant wanted to be messy like that, you know, he'll just shoot it out on Twitter or some stuff on his podcast. He tried to have a private meeting and keep that stuff private. Right. Somebody leaked all this stuff out. So if I'm getting an ultimatum and it's just me and that player in there, and I can keep it on the low and say, you know what, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm not gonna fire Sean Marks. I'm gonna tell Sean Marks to send in his resignation. Okay. No one's gonna know why he resigned. Nobody's gonna know why he resigned. They're just gonna know that Sean Marks resigned, and everybody can get on their talk shows and their podcasts and speculate why, but no one's gonna know. The new GM that I hire will be the one that says, well, I'm bringing my own coach with me, and he'll fire Steve Nash and bring his own coach with him. So no one would have known that Kevin Durant was the one who said, I don't want to play for them.
Okay. Hey, Mel, you got time to hop on? Are you somewhere you can hop on?
No, I'm in my car. It's go. I can hop on with my camera off though.
Okay.
Yeah,
that
perfect.
That way we can probably hear you better. That way you can hear Lamar. I see you.
Okay.
Go hang up. I'm gonna send you the link to the.
Okay.
The email's fine.
All right. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
All right.
All right. Let me go ahead.
And now, Mel, your volume is way down since you made adjustments for him.
All right. Hold on a second. How's that?
Better. Yeah. I hear you,
right.
So it's awful, actually.
And
the thing with KD, I know my schedule's been a little crazy. I haven't been able to get on. Isn't KD the guy who handpicked Nash to be the coach?
Yeah.
Isn't this maybe shut up and play? Let ownership decide front office stuff, and you just play, be elite. Let the organization, because you don't seem to have a very good track record with being more than a player. And I think some of these superstars nowadays think that they know the game so well, they can pick things outside of the court. And sometimes that ain't how it works. You know, having an all-time point guard maybe ain't the best coach. Maybe finding somebody like a Thibodeau or somebody like that who maybe never played and just worked their way up to assistant ranks, or maybe someone from the who's San Antonio
Popovich
tree. You know, having somebody who's been under elite staffs, championship staffs, maybe roll the dice on somebody who's been a long-term assistant in an elite organization, and you bring them in instead of saying, hey, let's take this guy who's never coached in the NBA before and make him win us a championship. That's stupid. That's asinine.
They probably. I mean, I don't know for sure, but they could have been thinking of more times. Okay, we get somebody here that is compare player coach because he's recently, fairly recently retired, and we can work with him. He won't require us to do nothing. We can pretty much run a team like we want.
I'd rather fight the devil that I know than fight the devil that I don't know. Right? Like we don't know what Nash was going to be as a coach. There's a lot of questionable rotation.
Had no coaching history. Had no coaching
experience. I'd rather take someone where we might not like everything he does, but the guys come from a coaching pedigree where the Celtics coach, forgive me, Mark, the Celtics had a coach this year who turned everything around.
Yeah, Ume Udoka.
Yes. Yeah. I know. I didn't want to try to say the name. I knew I was going to batter it.
Got him a bad
he
little
comes
bang
in.
on his own, though.
I'd be like,
where's he from?
Long fiance.
What coaching tree was he from?
Popovich tree. Yeah. Came from Popovich tree.
Yeah. Yeah, KD and Carrie handpicked.
I got brilliant ideas and takes. I don't even know he's from there, and it works out with my point that I made right before.
Yeah, no. People got to realize the Popovich tree in NBA is long. Darvin Ham,
and it should be. He's been there since what, the 90s when David Robinson was playing.
But the success is there. The track record is there. Even when he doesn't have the most talented teams, he still has teams that are playing tournament teams,
right?
Or at least an 8th or 9th seed team. You know what I'm saying? So they're about middle of the pack. They're not trash. They're obviously not used to the standard of Popovich that we're used to, but
right?
It's when you get I'm excited for Darvin Ham because I think he might be the first coach to try to handle LeBron and actually tell him straight up what it is and be realistic with him. Because looking at those conversations, he said we're going to try to run the ball through Anthony Davis on the offense through Anthony Davis. I mean, I don't know how this is going to work.
Mel, back on. Go ahead and finish what you were saying, Mel.
Can y'all hear me pretty good?
Yeah, can you hear us?
How you doing, buddy?
Yeah, I can hear y'all. Yeah. What was you saying about Popovich and Darvin Ham, Lamar?
I was saying that I'm excited for Darvin Ham because I think he might be the actual coach that's going to put LeBron in check and actually, stand his ground and say, "Yo, bro, this type of how you've been running the basketball offense, it ain't working." And so he's already talking about, I'm gonna run the offense through Anthony Davis, which is still a gamble because you got to understand the durability of Anthony Davis. But I'm just thinking, I think this might be the season where you get a coach that's gonna be like, "Nah, bro, we got to do something different because your way ain't been working."
Right.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I'm excited about that too, man. To be honest with you, is that true though? Is that real sources that said that they was gonna run it through Anthony Davis, or is that
you got Woj and them tweeting that and talking about the meetings that are coming from because they just had that meeting when they're talking about possibly an extension for LeBron, another 2-year extension. So I hope that is something that can actually come to fruition. I mean, it's not. I mean, you just got to be honest about where LeBron is in his career and the whole totality of the team. I mean, we're still going to be with the same roster of Westbrook and Anthony Davis. It's going to be pretty much the same roster, or at least the foundation of for now.
Right.
I think that's dope, man. And I don't think Anthony Davis will be getting nicked up and injured so much this season. It kind of reminds me of when Joel Embiid had those same issues, man. He used to get, nicked up and banged up a lot. And but you look at it, they had similar things, man. Like if you use a player right, you'll be surprised at how much it does for his psyche, and then you'll be surprised at how much his psyche actually helped him, play better and stay on the floor and all that stuff, man. As soon as Ben Simmons wasn't, because Philly had that issue of, we got Ben Simmons, who's a Giannis-like player who is good with the ball and good going to the hole, but in order to maximize his potential, you got to have the lane wide open. So they was running into the issue with Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, where Joel Embiid was on the 3-point line too much because that's how Ben Simmons got off, right? When you took Ben Simmons out of the equation and you let, hey, look, the offense is yours, Joel Embiid. He daggone there won MVP this season and stayed on the floor for more games than any time in his other any other year in his career. So I think you'll see that same type of thing when they invest in for real in Anthony Davis. I think you'll get more out of him.
Definitely psyche wise, because I think a lot of his things has been messing with him, been mental. I mean, besides 2020 bubble year, I mean, you're not seeing a lot of Anthony Davis in a Lakers uniform. So
I without me really remembering, I can't remember how his injuries were, because I think there's a difference between the way Embiid was injured and the way he was injured, and I have to really research and look at it. That's why I'll be my determination, because if he's like come out like say like CMC, you know, he injured just walking off the dang on field, stuff like that. That's different than being injured through longevity of playing and just getting nicks and stuff like that, twisting ankles and stuff like that. So I can't speak right now because I don't recall how he was injured. That's my only caveat to what Mel said. You know, if he's getting injured, go ahead, Mel.
With Joel Embiid and Anthony Davis, man, they both do a lot of goofy stuff, man. Like they would get injured doing guard like stuff. Like Joel Embiid will be, you know, trying to come in the lane, dribbling and hop stepping and doing stupid stuff like he Kyrie Irving or something like that, and twisting his ankle and banging his knee. Okay. You know, like but when somebody sit down and tell him, look, man, we gonna play you in the post. And you go beat down there, and you actually play like you're supposed to play like your body tells you to play. You stay on the football, man. If Anthony Davis, the ankle injury that took him out, this man was trying to catch an alley-oop like he was Gerald Wallace or freaking Gerald Green or something like that. Like he wasn't nowhere near the rim. Somebody threw him an alley-oop. He wasn't nowhere near the rim. Like you get what I'm saying? Like he got to play within himself. Watch a lot of Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan went out there trying to catch no oops like that. I know what I can do. I know what I'm capable of. I'm gonna stay in my lane. And Embiid and Anthony Davis step outside of their lane so much. They pay the ultimate price for it, man, because they doing too much.
It's a good point, man. Like I said, my memory ain't been as good as it used to be. So I have to research it. How was his injuries when he was in New Orleans?
It's all been like lower.
It's all been like that,
like ankles, knees.
I'm saying, but he was playing the same type of way from New Orleans to the Lakers.
No, not New Orleans. I can't vouch for his New Orleans, and I think his New Orleans injuries was just because I think he had an elbow at one. I mean, those was just weird to me. But ever since he's been with the Lakers, all those injuries, most of them drugs could have been avoided, man.
Yes.
Back to the case thing, though.
Yeah. Okay. Go ahead.
So what I was saying was, Joe Tsai is choosing his ego over what's gonna be best for his team, man. He's saying that he go, stick behind his front office, and that's best for the Brooklyn Nets. But I don't know if that's best for the Brooklyn Nets, to be honest with you.
But let me ask you this though, man. It's me and Detroit talked about this on Monday. My thing is like, what haven't the Nets organization done for KD that he hasn't asked for? You know, it's
sign Kyrie to a max deal.
That's the only thing, though.
That's all. Treat Kyrie Irving with some respect. That's what it's all about. If they do that, they don't have no issue, right? This all started from, hey, I want religious exemption for the Bengals, and they granted him. They said we would give you religious exemption, and then when the mandate came down, they was like, oh shoot, well the same player we just told that we would give religious exemption, now we're going to act like it's an issue that he's not vaccinated. So that whole thing was a flip flop. Like you telling me one thing behind closed doors, but now you come out to the video like you're mad at me for not getting vaccinated when you knew I wasn't gonna get vaccinated. Then instead of you making lemonade with the lemons you was given, and by lemons I mean you only go have Kyrie Irving for 41 games.
Mm-hmm.
The best thing would have been to say, okay, well, what can we do with those 41 games to make the best out of it? But they didn't do that. They said, well, if we can't have you for 82 games, then we don't want you for 41, and we're going to suspend you without pay, right?
But Mel, wasn't that a league-wide decision? That wasn't the Nets. That was the whole entire league that came down with you have to abide by the local rules of COVID. And since Kyrie wasn't vaccinated, that was New York City. That wasn't the Nets that didn't have his back. Their hands were tied because the league decided to agree with local laws, meaning Toronto, New York City, the places that were really hard on the COVID restrictions. That's what covered it. That wasn't the Nets saying we don't have his back. That was just saying the league did it.
No, the Nets suspended him.
When?
As soon as they found out that he couldn't play in New York, and they gave Kyrie a couple of weeks to think about if he was going to get vaccinated, and when he didn't get vaccinated, they suspended him from the team. They said if we can't have you for 82 games, then we don't want you for the 41 games, and they suspended him without pay. So that was the first mistake the Brooklyn Nets front office made, was telling a player that you also told that we're going to give you religious vaccination or a religious exemption, and then turning around and saying, well, since the New York mandate is there and you're not getting vaccinated, we're going to suspend you. Don't come around the team. Don't come to team practice. Don't come to the arena. Stay away from the team.
Hey, Mel, in your opinion, is that Sean Marks or is that Joe Tsai?
Well, the way it was presented to us is if it was a decision that was made amongst Steve Nash and Sean Marks that was supported by Joe Tsai.
Okay.
So they make that first mistake that we now know in hindsight was a mistake, because now you got Harden out there playing at 50%, and you're asking him to do more because you built the team around a big three, and you don't have one and a half of those guys because Kyrie's gone and Harden is 50%.
And they weren't bad until Joe Harris got hurt. Once Joe Harris got hurt, adding Kyrie not being there, that was when the free fall started for that team last year.
Right. And then Harden couldn't get really healthy. And then Harden quit on the team because something that happened behind the scenes.
Kevin Durant got hurt. And when Kevin Durant got hurt, they lost like 9 out of 11. And that's when Harden just completely gave up.
Right. And so it's just bad decision after bad decision. Now, the decisions that they made for Kevin Durant was bring in Harden. They hired Steve Nash and asked Kevin Durant what he thought about him. It's not like Kevin Durant asked for Nash. They hired him, or before they hired him, they asked Kevin Durant what you think about Nash, and he vouched for him. So the only thing they really did was bring in DeAndre Jordan and bring in Harden to appease Kevin Durant. That's the only thing they did, and those things was working. I mean, DeAndre Jordan wasn't in his prime form anymore, but Harden was working for them. Kevin Durant, James Harden, and Kyrie Irving was unstoppable. That was working, right? So now look at all the things that they made when they said, we're going to put our foot down and we're not going to kowtow to what Kevin Durant wants anymore. Look at all the things that happened after that. Starting by not playing Kyrie Irving the 41 games and suspending him. Then starting by trading James Harden. Then starting by not giving Kyrie Irving the extension. All of these things are what they're making the decision despite Kevin Durant, and it's putting them in a worse situation than it was by bringing in DeAndre Jordan and James Harden.
So, Mel, so now you're the Nets. You're the Nets from the Nets standpoint. What do you do now at this point?
Fire Steve Nash and Sean Marks.
Okay.
I start there. I bring in a new general manager and say we will give Kyrie Irving an extension to match up with Kevin Durant's contract. I want to keep them both here at the same time, right? I do that, and then we'll move on with this great squad we got, where I can bring out my starting lineup with Joe Harris, a 6'5" guard that plays defense and can hit the three. Kyrie Irving, Ben Simmons, another defender at 6'11" that can rebound and guard multiple positions. Kevin Durant, one of the best players in the league, and Claxton at center, who's an athletic big. Why wouldn't I want to bring that back with a coach that knows what he's doing?
Okay.
That's a fair point.
So now, if you're Durant and they decide not to fire him, what do you do? What do you do if you're Durant?
I play because of the same reason I just said. The squad is good. I play, but at this point they feel so disrespected, and they realize that, hey man, we're playing for a coach and a GM who first of all told us when y'all get here, the plan is to sign both y'all to max deals and move forward with that. And then all of a sudden you start getting sour on Kyrie Irving for whatever reason. And then you start going rogue from what the plan was. So I get it. It seemed like a breach of contract.
Right.
Yeah, I would want out too. You know, you're not going to disrespect us like this. Say all these things about us in the media, make us look bad.
Right.
And expect us to come play our heart out for you. You know, so I get that part, but you know, what else he gonna do?
So I'm gonna say this because I know. Oh, go ahead, Nick. Go ahead.
So Mel, if say the ownership decides, all right, we're gonna make you guys happy, the players, and they make a move on Nash. Who are some of the names that maybe you've heard could be, because it's late in the season now to go get a marquee head coach? Who's one of the guys that you think that, or some of the names you think that they could bring in?
I mean, to be honest with you, anybody will be an upgrade from Steve Nash and Sean Marks. I'm gonna be honest with you.
All right, I'm available. I've coached for basketball for 24 years, man. I'll do it. I'll bring you on the staff with me.
You can't do no worse, man. But as far as guys that are available, you had Jock Vaughn there before Steve Nash. I don't know what happened to Jock Vaughn. You had who was the guy that was coaching that they fired to bring Nash in? He's available. I forgot his name. I got it stuck in my head. I can't think of his name though. That's possible. If you want to give Mark Jackson a call and see if he's willing to.
That was the name I was looking for.
Yeah.
Who?
Mark Jackson.
Yeah. I would do that too.
He seems like he's content with where he's at.
That's like the Madden job, man. It's cushy. He's got primetime games.
Yeah, but not only that, I haven't seen the numbers of what Mark Jackson and the other
Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah, Kenny Atkinson.
Yeah. Okay.
Kenny Atkinson, yeah. I like Atkinson.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Mark Jackson's getting paid for Disney money, but Disney money has always been good money. So
he seems like he's good.
Yeah, I think
Matt said, didn't the Nets sign TJ Warren, the bubble hero?
That's like a Disney movie, The Bubble Boy.
Bubble hero.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not. But
yeah, they signed TJ Warren.
Okay. Yeah, my memory is not what it used to be.
Well, because like just for me, I think, and I'm not saying like Steve Nash is the ultimate coach, but like I said on Monday, you know, had he been able to have his team at full strength at any point in time, you know, maybe he could have done something great with that squad. So I
don't think so, man. Because here's my thing, and I said this last time we talked about it. It's not just if you were just looking at him not having this whole team available, and you judge his coaching off of that, I will give him another year or say, okay, let's see what he does with his full potential. But it was adjustments he didn't make. There's a lot of decisions he was in game decisions he was not doing correctly, and those things right there alone to me says he's not ready for the position. That's
fair, and especially a player. You're a former player, so like you've been in that position, so.
It's not always, but you know, like I said, it's not always it's translated from the court to the coach to the coach.
No, I agree with you. All I'm saying is that when you've been in that position as a player, that should trigger something mentally. Be like, yo, I've seen this before. I've been involved in something like this. This is how I would have handled it if I was the coach at that particular time. And now that you get that opportunity, hopefully you can, you know, make that right choice and decision and continue on. But Man, I just think this whole net situation has got too messy. I think a lot of stuff has gotten personal. It's not about the business anymore. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, because if you really just look at it basketball wise, the Nets still have a damn good team.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think what's going on really is that Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving feel like, look, man, we are a luxury to have on your franchise from a money standpoint and from an exposure standpoint, and possibly if the circumstances line up right, possibly from a winning standpoint as well, right? So we're a luxury to have, and we chose you. You didn't go out and recruit us. We chose to make your franchise what it is right now, right? In return, right, we approach this as if we're working together to build something special with this franchise. And mid-stroke, because of a vaccination mandate,
everything changed. And you started to treat my best friend like a redhead stepchild, and not just publicly, but privately too. Like that was telling Harden things about that was going to do to Kyrie as far as trading him, because they was trying to convince Harden not to want to go to Philly. And they said, look, we're going to trade Kyrie. This is going to be, you're going to get the max contract. We're going to get rid of Kyrie, X, Y, and Z, blah, blah, blah. And when James Harden heard that, he was like, man, what the hell what are y'all running here? And he was like, I'm out. Everybody thought it was an issue with Kyrie. It wasn't. Harden had an issue with the front office and Steve Nash. Right? So when it comes down to X's and O's, if you got superstar players, you ain't got to be the best X's and O coach. However, you do have to be someone who has the type of personality who can manage the personality that these superstars have, right? Who can manage the locker room and who can be 100 with players and not do stuff behind their back. That's the last thing you want to do as a head coach, is break trust. The Bulls and Scottie Pippen and Jordan and Phil Jackson all was on the same page, but they all hated Jerry Krause. But you can play for a general manager that you don't like, but you can't play for a coach that you don't like that's doing stuff behind your back.
And to be fair, Jerry Krause was very hateable.
Right.
Very one of the most hated people in the history of the game.
But it worked, didn't it? It worked with 6 championships.
It worked.
And everybody knew Jordan hated Krause. Everybody knew Phil Jackson hated Krause, and everybody knew that Krause was not going to sign Phil Jackson to a contract extension. Yeah. And everybody knew Krause was trying to trade Pippen.
It's like Krause wasn't never satisfied. He thought he could always find better.
No, Krause was trying to do what for so many years they did in New England by getting rid of great players before they were done.
Yeah.
Right.
So he was looking for his next move. Right. He was looking for, and that's why he wanted to trade Scottie Pippen for T-Mac. What Jordan was thinking was, look, what we got is working, and I don't want to train a rookie on my watch because it's gonna mess up our championship window.
Ooh, but just imagine T-Mac next to Jordan.
Yeah, but it would have took T-Mac years, like, because beside Vince Carter, T-Mac was coming off the bench, and we didn't even know how good he was. You know what I'm saying? So if he would have been with the Bulls, we don't even know if he would have started on that thing.
I don't know. Maybe the competitive edge in Jordan would have pushed T-Mac. T-Mac would have been like, all right, I'm not going to fold for it. I'm just going to make me better.
Jordan broke Kwame Brown, man. He would have broke a high school boy McGrady. McGrady was able to thrive in Orlando because there was no great player there, and he just had to become the great player. Jordan was snapping high school kids by the neck and destroying them.
It would have been tough, man. T-Mac wasn't ready, man. He was so slighted frame, skinny. You know, it took T-Mac 2-3 years to be T-Mac, and it took Scottie Pippen 3 years to be Scottie Pippen.
Yeah, and Scottie went to college for 4 years, and it took him several years to develop into that role next to Jordan.
And that's what Michael Jordan.
Real college.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, but look, but that's what Michael Jordan understood, and Jerry Krause was just thinking about 10 years down the line.
Right.
Didn't Scotty go to college like 6'3", and then like he grew 5-6 inches and was like 6'8" by the time he left there?
Correct.
Scotty,
Correct. He showed up as a 6'1" point guard, and he wasn't even on the team. He was the ball boy.
Then he came back for his sophomore year, and he was like looking the center in the eyes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yep.
Hey, Scotty was a dog, man. But no, hey, man, Mel, we
appreciate you, man.
Yeah, we appreciate you, man. Anytime we can talk basketball with you is always a pleasure.
Right.
Man.
We always lend the floor to you and let you have the floor because you're the basketball expert.
Yeah, man.
Man, don't call me no expert, man. I'm just a nut, man. Just like y'all is with football. I'm a nut with basketball, man. It's just it's never not on my mind. So
right. Hey, man, we do appreciate you. Let me
ask you something before you go. Like, I respect you with basketball. I know you know more than me with basketball, so I defer to you and your opinions. Next time I tell you a quarterback is done in the NFL, don't goddamn argue with me. You understand? It's a wrap on Cam. Be like, you know what, Nick? You got a good track record with me, brother. I'm gonna respect you, and I'm gonna say you right. There needs to be an ESPN 30 for 30 on me and Mel about Cam Newton last year.
hey, that's fair. Privately, I tell you was right, but I never say it on this show.
No.
Hey, I'm the same way, man. I'm the same way.
Put the sound clip up right now. I got it.
Publicly, I be telling Nick, "Fuck you," you know. And then privately, I be telling Nick, "Fuck you."
One more quick question from me before you go. Opening day, where's Kevin Durant playing?
Brooklyn.
Thank you. All right, we agree with that. I said that about a month ago.
Hey, but I think the better question is going to be opening day. Where is Steve Nash coaching? I still think what Josiah is doing is staying strong on Twitter and in the public. Mm-hmm. But behind the scenes, he's trying to find a way out of this, and the only way out of it is to get rid of Nash and probably Mark. He probably can get away with splitting the baby 50-50 and telling Durant, "Hey, we'll let Nash go, but I'm keeping Mark." But I think Josiah will figure out that, hey, look, man, my money is too important than trying to be loyal to a coach that ain't that good.
We got to get Joe to give Steve Nash an all expenses paid trip to Cleveland to hang out with Deshaun for one weekend. That's a wrap. We can get rid of
Tuesday. And Steve Nash is a likable guy, man. I like Steve Nash, but he just chose the wrong path with this, and I don't even know if his Nash is mostly Mark.
He doesn't have the acumen to maintain and control this team.
He should start off as an assistant somewhere.
He doesn't have that. I'm the man. Trust me, this is going to work, because he hasn't had that yet as a coach. Yeah. That's why when you bring in a coach and you hear them say he's got the championship pedigree, it's like that's basically layman's terms for listen to this motherfucker. You don't have that with Steve Nash.
Yeah. I mean, Steve Nash has got to prove what Steve Kerr proved to Steph Curry. Like, prove to me that you can put me in a situation that's going to benefit me and the team. And I haven't seen Steve Nash put KD or Kyrie in situations where it's 50-50 where they both doing the heavy lifting. It looks like Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving is doing all the heavy lifting on the court. There's nothing going on the bench that Steve Nash is showing that, look, I'm a smart guy. I can put you in a situation to get you an easy basket. Yeah, I don't see that. Right. Like, and then the psychological part of it as well. I seen Steph Curry having a bad game, and Steve Kerr was mic'd up, and he pulled Steph Curry out of the game and sat beside him and said, "I remember a time where Michael Jordan was having a game like this, and this is what he did." Like, he got in his head, right? This is the type of stuff I hear from Kerr, but I don't hear that from Nash. Right. Nash don't have nothing he can offer them intellectually, and if you're not a better ball player than me, you really don't have nothing you can offer to me on the court.
Mm-hmm. If you remember the first 2 years, D'Antoni was the one taking over in timeouts and doing the X's and O's and setting up out of bounds plays and setting up the sets. Nash was deferring to D'Antoni with everything because he was in over his head. D'Antoni should have been the coach, let Nash be the assistant, and then evolve into that role maybe.
Right. I agree.
Last thing I say before I go, man, so I can give y'all y'all time back. But look, you gotta treat superstars like a girlfriend, man. You gotta get in her head before you get in the bed, man. And Steve Nash is not in their head enough when they trust him. Like Steve Nash, you gotta win the psychological game first, man. You gotta earn their trust. You gotta keep their trust, get in their head, and then show them that you're worthy and that y'all on the same team. Like this whole thing that me and Sean Marcus is against y'all and y'all still go play. Man, you can't do people like that, man.
Right. Yeah, I agree. You can't have an adversarial relationship. It's not gonna work.
Right. But that's it, man. I appreciate y'all, fellas.
I appreciate you, man. All right, Mel.
Good talking.
That's Melvin Wall, Man Down Sports. Shout out to him. Always a basketball guy. Yes, Matt, you are our baseball guy.
Yeah.
Speaking of baseball, I gotta play this clip because I saw it. I had pulled it up, and we could chat about it real quick if my computer will work right with your boy. Now, come on now.
Come on, computer.
Come on. All right, here we go. So this is taking place tonight.
Second straight season, Chicago will have a representative in Major League Baseball's Field of Dreams game as the Cubs play the Reds on Thursday in Dyersville, Iowa. One of the most anticipated parts of the contest is the reveal of the uniforms which the teams will wear. That happened on Monday. Here's what they look like. The Cubs will be wearing these jerseys that feature the color and chest logo they wore from 1927 through 1936 in games at home. As for the hats, the dark blue color and the bear logo represent what the team wore for the 1914 season. The Reds will wear hats and jerseys they had from 1914 through 1920, and that makes sense based on the Field of Dreams movie, which features the 1919 White Sox and the players that were banned by Major League Baseball for their role in the World Series gambling scandal that year. The team they lost to in 1919 was the Cincinnati Reds.
I think
why does it look like it just came off the set of A League of Their Own?
That was on WGN in Chicago.
Yeah. But all right, so Field of Dreams game tonight. I like the concept, obviously, because of the movie. Everybody's seen the Costner movie, But here's my thing.
I ain't see it.
Everybody's seen Field of. Come on,
I ain't seen it.
Field of Dreams.
I haven't seen it.
Really?
Oh.
I haven't seen what? A League of
no, he has.
I seen League of His Own. I haven't seen Field of Dreams.
Really?
I haven't. Sorry.
I thought every sports person had seen Field of Dreams, and I know every sports person seen A League of Their Own.
I seen that.
You never seen Field of Dreams, Costner?
Nah, I have not.
What?
So many jokes.
It's not enough black people in it.
So many jokes.
No, I haven't seen it, man. I haven't seen it. I don't know why I never seen it.
Okay.
I just seen Top Gun, man. I just seen Top Gun, man.
What?
I just seen Top Gun, bro.
You just seen Top Gun?
Maybe about a month or two ago.
There's not many times that in my life I said, man, I wish I wasn't white. But right now is one of them with all the jokes I have going through my head.
Wow. Because I just thought like everybody's seen Top Gun, like you.
No, man.
I thought those were like staples of like the 80s.
No, I thought it was staples.
They were. For some reason, I don't know why I missed Top Gun, but I seen all the other 80s movies you can name, but I just haven't seen that one till the weekend.
Goonies.
Of course, I seen that.
Cocoon.
I seen that. I seen Goonies like 20,000 times. That was one of my favorite movies.
Gremlins.
Of course, I seen all the Gremlins.
I seen Gremlins.
Back to the Future.
Seen all of them.
Yeah.
I seen Teen Wolf. I mean, you can go out online. I seen all of them.
Adventures in Babysitting.
Seen that.
I was on my black movie all the white classics from the 80s. Man, I was like, check.
Come on, I seen all my movies, dog.
Oh, I seen Dolomite. I seen the Mac.
Yeah.
I seen all the black movies too.
Wait, the new one with Eddie Murphy?
No, the original Dolomite.
There's an original.
Okay.
Rudy Ray Moore.
He did it when he came back to acting. That was one of the first things he did on Netflix was Dolomite.
And Rudy
he
Ray Moore.
He actually did well.
He did a good job, man. He did a good job.
I thought he did well.
But all the black exploitation movies I've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't help but see your parents watch them, so you can help but watch them.
First of all, I think we didn't see all of Pam Grier fine ass.
Oh, Pam Grier, boy, she's still big. She be 80 years old. I still be busting that ass out.
And
Smell like Jared. I get to smell like Jared Hall and being gay and still.
Jared Hall and being gay.
I'll say I don't care. So, ooh, girl, your pussy get wet. Smell like being gay.
You ain't got to take your pins off. Just move them to the side. Move that pins to the side, old pen girl. Fine ass.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, girl. Slide that diaper over.
Oh, but no.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see that.
Hell yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna dress up, but if I do, I'm gonna wear dashiki. I probably rock.
That's the only time I'm gonna dress up in.
Yeah,
let my hair grow. Put a pick in the back of it.
Yeah, that's probably the only thing I do is probably rock a dashiki. But no, but here's my thing about the Field of Dreams. I love that second year that they done it. They're in the original place in Iowa where they filmed the movie. And here's my only problem: why do we have the Cubs and the Reds?
I have no idea. To me, the Field of Dreams
game is located.
It don't matter.
No. I don't give a damn where it's located. Give me two teams that are worth watching.
I think the Field of Dreams should be. Go ahead, Nick. I got something to say.
But the game's in Iowa, so you're going to get fans that are close from there to travel. Like the Yankees played the White Sox there last year, right?
Yeah.
You're going to get those Midwest teams that will actually go.
Well, the Yankees not Midwest.
The White Sox were, though. They played the White Sox.
Yeah, they played
the Yankees are the exception because they're a national draw.
Well, but nobody want to see
Cincinnati. Okay. To your example, then give me St. Louis, who's a good team, and give me the Dodgers. Give me something that's compelling. Watching the Cubs and the Red is not compelling. I don't care if it's for the Dreams.
Yeah, but you're not watching the game for the game, right? You're watching it for the ambiance.
Well, that was good. But see, here's my thing though, Nick. The first time you played the game, I was watching for that. When it becomes second, third time, I'm watching for the game.
Baseball.
You know what I'm saying? The first time it's like, okay, I'm watching for the ambiance because it's something new, it's fresh. Oh yeah, but after that, now I'm watching for the game. And if you're showing me two teams I'm not interested in, I don't see it.
Two teams that are trash. No, two teams that are trash.
Do it like this. Make it one Midwest team versus another great team, because you'll at least be able to pick at least a decent Midwest team that'll be good enough to watch. I mean, you got the Brewers.
Just think about it from
you got St. Louis, right? Go ahead. You're saying, yeah, marketing wise.
Thinking about it from market wise, it's like if you're gonna do what you're saying, Mel, get a Midwest team. So you got obviously the Royals are trash, White Sox are on the fringe, maybe Detroit trash. Cubs are trash. Reds are trash.
You still got the Brewers.
Yes, you still got the Brewers.
You got St. Louis. Yeah, you got the Cardinals. Right.
So pick one of them.
Right.
And then give me like if you got the Yankees last year, give me the Dodgers or give me the Mets who are doing well.
Yeah, okay. But I know that'll be good.
Or the Braves. The Braves are still relevant.
Give you a Midwest team and a hottest team at that time.
Well, no, I'm not saying hottest team. I'm talking about market wise. If I'm going to get a team from the West Coast market, give me the Dodgers, maybe the Padres.
Right.
There's probably some agreement in there that we're unaware of that says every team's got to do it. So you're not gonna get a marquee. You're not gonna get the Yankees versus Dodgers every year. You're gonna have to do it because someone's got to give up a home game, right?
Yeah.
So it's probably something with the owners of agreement where, all right, we'll put two different teams there every year. They'll split the revenue and pretend it's a home game.
Yeah, well, they need to do like the NFL does. They need to do like the NFL flex it.
Television ratings.
They need to flex it.
I mean, I was actually.
You put it on, you see what happened, or you wait to see the highlight, and then you move the fuck on. Who cares? It's like the fucking NHL baseball thing, right? That they do every year from a football stadium or a baseball stadium. Gives a shit. Anyone who lives above the fucking Mason-Dixon line knows what fucking ice looks like.
You got a point.
I hate fucking sports sometimes. I hate when they add corniness to sports, and that is not a cornfield reference for the fucking game, although it sounded brilliant when it came out of my mouth.
But I
didn't even
don't know,
that
man.
to sound brilliant. That's how good I am.
I still think that, you know, if you want to get my interest, I want to see a good game. Just period.
I hear you. And that's,
I mean,
that's
you
why I
know,
brought it up. That's why I brought
I'm
the play up.
like you what you said, Nick. I'm watching for the highlights. Like I wait till it's on YouTube, watch the highlights, and keep it moving. I'm not gonna watch their live game.
Tell me Ray Liotta's walking out of the fucking corner and comes back. I'm turning it on. I'm not gonna.
I'm turning it on. Yeah, oh shoot.
No, I'm turning it on because Ray Liotta will be dead. Like
I actually died 2 months ago. So,
you know what I'm saying?
Ray Liotta coming back.
Ray Liotta coming out. Kobe coming out of a helicopter. You know, I'll watch it. Too soon? Too soon?
No, no, man. I was gonna make it worse, but all right.
Too soon? Okay, just too soon.
No, because you said worse. You said worse.
Yeah, but I got so many good ones too.
I'm here for it.
Wait, are you okay, Nick? What, you holding back? What is this?
Right.
Kobe lived in Iowa. He'd been all right because there's a lot of flat plains out there.
Kobe can't go to Iowa. Last time he went somewhere that's predominantly white, he got
in trouble.
He got in trouble.
He survived the rape charge in the Rocky Mountains. He couldn't get across LA on a Saturday morning.
Right.
Sunday morning, forgive me.
Goodness. Yeah. I'm trying to find a way to reel this back in.
No, Mar about to take the hat and the shirt off just out of principle. I don't even want to look like I'm condoning this.
No, it's because it's like this isn't his first, like, how do you get past and move on and
no, Nick be tripping, don't he?
No, because Nick, you totally missed the whole Deshaun Watson bid commercial that the man just came and put on the fly.
Oh, I can only imagine.
So it's like I
what?
was.
What? What you mean you only imagine?
I could only imagine the commentary.
Come on, Nick.
I've been on the air and we've gone back and forth with it. So if it's something new,
you are mistaking me for someone else, sir.
Couldn't even get a real Detroit hat with 8 Mile on it. Had to buy the cop off for 7 Mile.
That's spoken for someone who's not from Detroit. Don't understand that 7 Mile is the West Side capital.
I'll never be there.
You probably won't be on 7 Mile anymore.
Oh, hey, did y'all watch Hard Knocks? Speaking of Detroit,
of course I did.
Well, give me your takes on Detroit because I talked about it Tuesday night on the late night show but I want to hear your point because that's your squad. And did you like how they portrayed your squad? Did you like how they did they do you justice?
Oh man, I loved it, man. I'm a lovely team now. You know what I'm saying? I enjoyed it, man. I think that Dan Campbell was who I thought Dan Campbell was gonna be. I enjoy watching
Straight up lunatic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he is.
That's why I like it though. That's how I like it.
I love it.
I love that, man. You know, I love how they.
I love he was doing up downs with the squad, bro.
Man, I love it. But I tell you who
him and Aaron Glenn were doing.
My new favorite person is Deuce Staley.
Oh, Deuce Staley.
Deuce Staley. Deuce Staley is my new favorite person, man.
Oh yeah.
I love the way him and Aaron Glenn go back and forth. I like that, man. I was loving that.
What is he? Running backs coach or offensive?
Running backs. He's the assistant coach and the running backs coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, so check for those who didn't see it, you need to understand how much NFL experience that the Detroit Lions got on their coaching staff.
Yeah.
So Dan Campbell played in the league for 11 years, the head coach.
Right.
Deuce Staley played multiple years at running back in the NFL, won a Super Bowl. Antoine Randall.
Who did he win the Super Bowl with?
Pittsburgh. He finished out with Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
Antoine Randall L, wide receiver for Pittsburgh in that same Super Bowl with Deuce Staley, won a championship. He's the wide receivers coach.
In the Super Bowl too, right?
Yep. He's a wide receiver coach. You got Hank Farley, who played for Cleveland for a number of years.
And did he play for Philly too?
Yes, he played for Philly too.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got Mark Brunell is their quarterback coach.
Mm-hmm. You got
Aaron Glenn.
Aaron
Glenn is the cornerback and defensive coordinator.
And what's my name with the dreads? The linebacker coach.
His name
Calvin
Pritchard.
Yeah, not Pritchard.
God,
why can't I think his name?
the
linebacker coach with the braids, with the dreads.
Yeah. He played for Buffalo.
Yeah. God, I can't think
They
of
showed
that.
the highlight when he sacked Russell Wilson. So he's
Mhm.
got NFL experience. There's NFL experience up and down that whole coaching staff, and
Brad Holmes played football.
yeah, he made it to the league. So there's a
Mhm.
lot of NFL experience throughout that whole front office. This is what you love about how the change of that team is going. Look, I don't get caught up on the 3 wins last year. Look at the eye test. They were in just about every one of those games.
Mhm.
Maybe a more experienced team flip those into wins because they've been in that position before. So now they are the more experienced team, and they are under the second year of this whole grit campaign that Dan Campbell is on.
Well,
Right.
you got John Morton. John Morton was a Jets offensive coordinator.
Oh, I forgot about John Morton. Mm-hmm.
He's an offensive assistant. John Morton.
They got almost 80 plus years of NFL experience in that coaching staff. To me, this is similar to when you go play college football for Deion Sanders at Jackson State and his coaching staff. He has nothing but NFL names that been in the NFL coaching these young talent. So the only way to go is up. I mean, look, I'm not saying y'all guys are going to make the playoffs this year, but going from 3 wins to probably, I think you could get 8 to 9, just because
I liking. They got enough. If you look at their defensive line, they got players up and down the line, and they got even their backups are pretty good. You know, and they doing well in training camp and in practice and stuff. In training camp, I mean.
Yeah, but it goes deeper than that, Mel. It's the culture that's getting built there.
I'll get to that, man. Come on.
It's a culture, bro. It's literally, you see the players are buying in. And,
yes.
And I'm with you. I love the whole competitiveness between Aaron Glenn and Deuce Staley because that sets the bar. That sets the tone.
Right.
Players feed off of that. And I think the greatest moment of that episode was when Jamal Williams gave that speech. And you know how we had the conversation if Kareem Hunt was to find another team.
Right.
And I said Detroit would be a great spot.
I
still believe that, but here's my thing. Looking at how that team was going, I think they got all the right pieces in the building right now. I think they got the right pieces because they are believing and they are buying into Dan Campbell and his coaching staff.
Right.
And anytime you see your coach doing up downs with you, you already got my respect, bro.
And he had a messed up wrist when he did them.
Yeah, bro. Yo, I was getting chills watching it. I was like, bro, I wish I could play ball, dog. I can't do all that.
I got the bed to the up down. I was like, okay.
Yeah, I was like,
back in the bed.
Yeah,
back in the bed.
Back in reality.
I thought about getting up, but I stayed down.
I was like, nah, bro.
But like when you get the chills, like you feel it. Like you can feel the camaraderie. It's weird
I said, the culture
emotions in there, man.
When Deuce Daly said, you know, you can tell the man next to you that you love him and still knock the hell out of him. Yeah. I like that. You know what I'm saying? I like the fact that, you know, you showing brotherhood, but at the same time, you want that competitiveness. It ain't all flowers and roses over here. Yeah, you know, we cool, we good, but when we out on that field, I'm trying to knock your head off.
I'm trying to bust your ass.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how it should be.
Yeah.
Because, you know, and I like the fact you watch the interesting part when I watch Penei Sewell and Hutchinson go against each other.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Hutch will beat them, and then Sewell will come back and beat them. And they go back and forth, and they actually making each other better.
Iron sharpen iron, bro.
Did he go against Hutch, or was that Michael Jackson? I couldn't tell after this.
Right, as he did.
With the rookie talent, I couldn't tell who that was.
I mean, it's just like everybody's making each other better. You know, the receivers, the corners, all of them, man. And it's a buy-in, man. So
yeah,
it's creating a place. What's up, Kofi? It's creating a place that when it's time to go get a free agent, they'll want to come there.
Mm-hmm.
And seeing what y'all build. Hey, they're gonna have a lot of cap room. I think it's like, was it 60 million or something like that? 70 million? Something gonna have like that to spend.
They got money to blow.
So, you know,
the foundation coming in. They really do. Like I'm not. Everyone knows how much I hate Mel, and if I could shit on him, I would do it. But you and I have talked about it.
Mhm.
Mars talked about it. Other people have been on the show. The Jets and Lions are both equally building something.
Right.
In two down franchises for a really long time,
Mhm.
you're starting to see substance. You're starting to see culture. You're starting to see positive things from organizations that haven't been known for positive things in a really long time. Middle of the day today, Jets got Dwayne Brown. I know Becton got hurt, and they signed Dwayne Brown. The two things Jets fans have been begging for weeks was we need Quan Alexander and we need a swing tackle.
Right.
We got both. Like, this is the time of year where veterans go to established teams, right? You wait for an injury on the Steelers or the Bucks or the Packers, and you go hop on and hope to get a ring. The fact that we're getting players and they're not ring shopping, they're seeing what we're about. Dwayne Brown was at the green and white scrimmage on Saturday. Like, that was his recruitment visit. Like, he was here.
Right.
He left, and then Becton gets hurt on Sunday or Monday. Now, all of a sudden, all right, I'm going to come there because I'm going to get a chance to play on a team that's building something I like. So it's crazy. I guys who do all the Jets podcasts were in a Twitter private message. I was like, this is rare territory for us. We're getting players at a time of year where contenders get players.
Right.
Veterans who might be a little bit past their prime but can still perform, hold out, and they want a ring shop.
Hey, prime example, Carlos Dunlap came to Kansas City.
Yes.
It's a situation that fits more than one need that he wants. He wants to win a ring. He wants to have a chance to win it, and he specifically chose Kansas City for those specific reasons.
Can I say that Brad Holmes go ahead and try to finesse and get Roquan Smith?
Say that again.
Finesse and try to get Roquan Smith. If they can get that, because here's how I look at it. You give him a second round
for that. There's no way. Roquan is too good. He's young. He's in his prime. He's got many years left in his prime. You're giving up a number one pick and more to get Roquan Smith. Here's what
I say to that, Nick. Chicago need a receiver. The Lions got a plethora of receivers over there.
They're not trading him into the division, though, man. I get your concept, but the reality of it is there's no way the Bears are trading a marquee player to a division rival. Not just you. Any of those three teams.
I'm just saying. Oh, trust me. I know it'd be hard to do. I'm saying, but if they can finesse that, because whatever you give up, he'll look at it like this. Whatever you give up, say if you give up a 1, right? Well,
no.
I'm just saying. Let me finish.
Oh, yes. No, yes.
I'm just saying.
I think it's going to be a 1+ more. What's he, 25? Maybe
25. 25. He just turned 25, I think, 2 months ago.
Shit.
That's it. You just getting your first round. You just getting your first round pick early. Instead of getting it next year, you getting it now. They need a linebacker anyway.
You don't want to end up giving a top 10 pick
to the Chicago Bears.
You don't use a linebacker with a top 10 pick. You don't. It's just the way linebackers are running backs. You don't take a top 10 pick.
Oh no, I would take him. Without a doubt. And trust me, if
you're
the
talented team picking at the back end of round 1, it's a no-brainer for you.
Yeah.
But me and Mel, our team situations, Matt's situation, I don't think you could be a potential top 12 draft pick next year, giving up a 1 and more for a linebacker. Because the linebacker ain't going to make you that much better now. That's a contender move. That's a final piece of the puzzle move. That's a Saints trying to put themselves over the top. That's, you know what I mean? Because I think the Saints could compete in the NFC this year.
Yeah, Saints look good.
I don't know, but I'm just saying, Nick, Roquan Smith is that piece on your defense that you build around.
Correct. But I don't think you can give up potentially a top 10 pick for a linebacker. That's me.
He's more than just a linebacker, though, Nick. He's more than just a linebacker.
But he was also been behind a great Bears line. The Bears have always had good defensive lines with Mack, Danny Trevathan. They had Quinn. They've had players there that make being a linebacker easier.
I get what you're saying.
I'm not shitting on Fred Warner, but Fred Warner plays behind 4 potential Pro Bowlers on that defensive line. That man could run around free all day long.
That's true. So, I'm looking at what
like the running back situation, right? You could be an all-world running back. You ain't got nobody blocking. You ain't going to do shit. And
Well,
nowadays with linebackers, if
say
you
that,
don't
say that
have
to
a
Barry.
good defensive line, keeping the guys from getting to the second level,
Say that to
you
Barry.
have to do your job.
Bro,
Say that to Barry.
let it go,
That's
bro.
All you have.
Let it go.
History, man. We all
Let
know
it go.
Barry's the best running back ever.
Let it go. All right. Y'all gotta let this whole Barry Sanders shit go, bro. Y'all, it's
the
like
last good thing they had.
no, it's like a wounded
No,
dog.
no,
You
I'm
say
saying,
Barry
no.
Sanders and damn
No, I'm
Lions
saying. No, I'm saying. Well, he's saying no. One point was he was saying about not having nobody to block for you.
I know.
You know.
I know.
That's my. That's more my point.
Guy ever. I gotta read. Did you cover anything besides Deshaun, or did you start with Deshaun to start the show?
We start with Deshaun. So go. What you
No,
about to say?
but hey, I mean, now that we're in there, let's finish off our NFC North preview as we get closer.
Can I read one quote before we?
Go ahead.
This is the last hour. My biggest regret in my career doesn't involve me calling my GM a cracker, or showing up to Raiders camp late in a hot air balloon with frozen feet, or throwing rocks at that UPS driver. And it definitely does involve taking my shirt off and doing a victory lap around the Jet Stadium mid-game while throwing up deuces. My biggest regret is that I'll never get to see me, Antonio Brown, play a game live. Sure, I can watch the game afterwards, but I can't imagine what it was like for all of you to see something like that. It must have been like watching the Beatles or Jesus perform at Red Rocks.
Do your dance, AB. Do your dance. Do your dance, AB.
Oh man, I know. I ain't so humble.
Wow.
AB tweeted about AB. Is sincerely AB, and then that's the quote. His biggest regret.
Hey. He was at Rolling Loud doing his song because he's a rapper now.
Yeah, I saw that.
Now he trending. Do your dance, AB. Do your dance. Do your dance, AB. Do your dance. Oh my goodness! I gotta pull it up. I gotta see it. But go ahead.
What you about to transition to?
Yeah, let's transition to the rest of our
AFC
North.
Yeah.
AFC. AFC? Yeah, AFC North.
AFC North.
Yeah. So let's
you want to start with Cleveland or Cincinnati?
Yeah, no, we good. No, you gotta go with Cleveland because I got a feeling we're gonna spend a little time on them.
So what? All right, Nick. Start with Cleveland.
So obviously the biggest transaction.
Talked about this team enough.
Only talking about one part of the team. That's it.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I was going through an email that came in. I don't. Cleveland. All right, give me a second.
Well, we do know the biggest transaction was a quarterback from in the name of Deshaun Watson,
and get rid of Baker.
And got rid of Baker.
Mm-hmm.
Still got pretty much the same pieces. Obviously, they got to deal with the Kareem Hunt trade request now. So how happy do they keep him? Are they going to shop him? So you got to figure that part out.
So, here's my thing with that. If I'm Cleveland, I like what you have in the linebacker room. So I go to him, make him an offer. You don't make him nothing too outlandish, but you make him something to make him feel respected. Let me say that. You know what I'm saying? And then he don't take it. Shop him for a need. If that means a future need or a need right now, you shop for something you need. That's how I look at it. Because you have the luxury of having a good running back room. It's not like, what I'm saying, if you didn't have anything, then you try to keep them as best as you can. But I think with Cleveland in this situation, you make him an offer, make him something nice, something respectable. If he turns that down, you shop him for what you need because you still need pieces on that team.
Hey, he on the contract. I ain't got
have number one pick for the next 3 years. So
yeah. That'd be nice to get one of the picks back.
And what they're saying is we couldn't win because
of quarterback.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you're giving up 3 number one picks to go get another quarterback with these issues, you're basically telling the rest of the NFL, we think our roster is good enough to win. and we're willing to sacrifice first-round picks the next 3 years. Because if we win one Super Bowl in Cleveland, I mean, that whole town will look like a Deshaun Watson massage room for weeks. There would be ski everywhere. Man.
Everywhere.
Public doors, nothing in that freaking town if they win.
And I be getting rich selling bibs.
Can't even laugh because he's probably being completely honest with us.
What you got on, AB?
Chase Davis on the beat, yeah.
Put that shit on. Put that shit on. Do your dance. Put that shit on. Put that shit on. Door. My car still was running. Walk out your bitch life. I walked out the finish up. Maybe why you made the go with top.
My bad. I had to put it in there.
Like I said,
that was really something people went to go see.
Yeah.
You know what he looked like there? And kind of looked like Bill Cosby with the. I swear to God, man. I swear to God, all you have to do is be stupid if people come see you. I'm surprised.
Put that shit on.
I'm surprised baby. People waiting outside my apartment door every time I walk out. Lamar defying science with the tan line on the wrist too. Look at that.
Oh wow. Wow.
That's all I got to say. That's all
It's deserved. I deserve it.
That was good though. You said
I deserve. I saw it earlier, but Melvin Wall was in big.
That was
good.
Like,
I'm gonna bring that up later. Oh, that's better than me.
That was good. That was good. No, because my left hand, so it's like I stick it out the car window when I'm driving home from work. Because when I'm out, it's like it's the afternoon, so it's like my watch has become like imprinted on my hand. But no,
I thought you had vitiligo.
No, motherfucker. I'm too dark.
Oh man, I got another one too.
Hold on, wait a minute. You saying you so black you can't get vitiligo, nigga? That you saying? Is that what you said?
Too dark. Too dark.
This nigga just said he too dark. Just said he too black to get vitiligo.
Yeah. Like
so you saying white won't even show up? That's what you trying to tell me.
Hey, bro. Like on my this tattoo, the guy outlined in white. You don't see it. Like you gotta be damn near like in my elbow to see the white.
It's like bring out the neon ink. This nigga purple. They got a neon. This motherfucker
coordinate.
This motherfucker Barney in here.
Oh my God. Anyway.
He got a worse line than me. Oh my God.
Who's that? Matt in the comments?
Matt, of course.
Matt, I've seen you, Matt. You are not hunky. You can put honky with an O, but you are not hunky. You are not very hunky.
No, but I mean, look.
Well, go ahead.
To your point, Nick, the Browns are saying it, but they're absolutely right. Their roster is loaded.
Yeah, it is.
Cooper, right?
Their roster is absolutely loaded.
But they bring in Cooper.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the one they just brought in who got hurt for the year?
Jakeem Grant. Yeah,
Jakeem Grant.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like he's a great punt returner and kick returner. So he'd have definitely helped in your special teams, and he would have been a great third wide receiver that played the inside slot, catch a slant, and probably could take it 80 yards.
Right.
Chase Winovich. They traded for Chase Winovich from the.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Good linebacker though.
Good linebacker.
A player who's not gonna change the game, but a
He's
player
solid.
who will complement the game changers and make some plays when forgotten about. Right? Is that
right.
a good way?
Yeah. He's a solid player. He's a good solid player.
Yeah, he's a great role player, and when you come from New England, you're going to be a smart system guy.
Right.
So, if this, I mean, their whole season depends on one word: suspension.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. That's. I mean, they could be, if for some reason the suspension gets held off, or the appeal gets held off till after the season or the bye week or whatever. Could be looking at a team that that can make some noise, right? If they're fully loaded, that joke would have been too easy. If they're fully loaded, you don't want to mess with them.
Yeah, they be hard.
Where I was going with that comment.
Oh yeah, I knew.
If you're fully loaded, you're gonna be like,
fully loaded. Everybody gets suspended, but anyway.
If everything goes their way.
I mean, it's if you look at the division itself, if he plays, that's a tough division, top to bottom.
Yeah,
Deshaun plays. If not, they fall all the way to the bottom of the division.
Yeah, you go 3-3 and 2-4 when Deshaun has suspended 6 games, you might not be able to catch up with the rest of the AFC. It might just be a wrap.
Right.
And then you can't even get a good draft pick for that shit season. So,
well, I mean, we saw how favorable those first 6 games are that we know that he is suspended. I mean,
yeah, they're not. It's not that bad who they play, so they can possibly go 500.
Bro, if they go 3-3 or just 4-2, they're totally just fine.
Yeah, they fine. But I think it all hinge on who they play. I mean, what they do is Deshaun, they give him a year suspension, man.
Boy.
That's okay. Let me ask you this because they gave him the choice too to take 12 games and some money. You Deshaun, yeah, it's a significant amount. I can't remember how much it was. So you take that, and Royal Dice just could take that. But here's the caveat to that too: they can give you that and still say, okay, well we want this appeal, and then appeal and suspend you for a year. So you still rolling the dice. Well, Matt, I'm just gonna put it up and let the readers and let the viewers read that.
I never learned how to read.
Hey, got you jacked up like a Marshawn mugshot.
Once a Raider, always a Raider, baby.
Hey, bro. Hey.
He looks like one of Deshaun's masseuses, and they got caught in that one eye.
Hey, bro, when I saw
the breaking news, the Houston Texans have just settled with the 31st masseuse.
Hey, bro, when I saw that mugshot, I'm like, damn, bro, you was fucked up drunk, bro. You go get you an Uber, bro. Get you an Uber, bro.
Get you an Uber, bro.
Get you an Uber, bro. Like, come on, dog. Like, what is we doing, man? My man, like I can just looking at it. He's already at a 0.20. He's already at a 0.20.
Like, you had to have a ton of Skittles to look like that.
Like, damn, bro. Like, come on, Sean. Like, what is
I want to see his wrist to see if
he was the Uber.
Outside like this for like half an hour.
He was the Uber.
That's fun. Lamar got stopped at 1:00 and the sun's at its brightest.
Bro, imagine getting, oh my God, an Uber driver and Marshawn Lynch pulls up and he already lit like that, boy. God damn. No,
but but on a serious note, though, man, you just saw what Ruggs did.
Yeah.
How do you get in a car drunk like that?
I don't know.
No one gets in the car and thinks, oh, I'm gonna drive home and kill somebody. No one thinks that, but you don't know when you drunk.
But I was thinking about myself.
Well, you don't count. We talking about somebody we care about.
Jesus help me.
No, but seriously though, man.
To go to North Carolina and hurt this man.
I don't know. You gonna make it to North Carolina? You already lit. So.
He
got that 1 yard. But no,
they didn't even give it to him.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, I've watched Marshawn drive the golf cart in Cal.
Right.
This dude can't drive sober.
But for real though,
he almost ran over somebody in Cal, bro. He did. He almost ran a couple people over, bro.
He did. But on a serious tip though, man, you know that's something right there, man. How you get in the car after seeing what Ruggs did? You know what I'm saying? Come on, man. It's not like it was years ago before Uber is, before ride sharing even came out. There's plenty of ride sharing apps out there. Get you a ride home and be safe.
Yeah.
It's just not worth it's not worth it, man. Anything can happen, bro. Anything. All you have to do North Carolina next week. Holla at us, man.
Yeah, that's what I told him. I said, holla at us, man. But no. Look, Cleveland, obviously, like Nick said, it's all depending on this. It's all depending on this damn suspension. I mean, it is what it is, but like I think just because the way that they formulated his contract, they knew it was going to be some type of suspension coming. So it is what it is, man. Like get right now, go get Jacoby Brissett ready. Go get Jacoby Brissett ready. I know they said about
did you see when Nick text you, man?
No,
no. What I said. You got it too.
I know they.
I'm waiting for the fuck you, man.
Not even close, man. Come on, man.
We've never seen you on the late night show, then. That's because your eyes aren't open enough. I gotta send that to Matt. Matt, you got something coming in, bro. It's good.
Oh shit.
But here's I don't know, man.
Okay,
you don't have nobody backing you up that can do anything. I mean, only thing that's saving, like we said, is because who they schedule
for the first six, at least.
For the first six. But at the same time, that's based on 6-game suspension. We don't know. They go ahead and extend that out to a year.
Hey, but this is why I think with the Kareem Hunt trade this is why you go ahead and try to make him happy, is because you want to keep that running game as the center face of that offense.
Yeah, I agree.
Let Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb do the dirty work. Every now and then hit David Njoku, hit Amari Cooper on some play action bootleg rollouts, and Peoples Jones hit them on a couple, because that's what, if there's one thing that Baker did well, was the bootleg and the play action, because the running game was going. That's the only thing he did right. All right.
Right.
So let's be honest, he did do that well. So you can recreate that with Jacoby Brissett. You can recreate that, but that's why it's key. Go ahead and I'm not saying obviously you pay Kareem Hunt a lot of money, because you already paid Nick Chubb. You don't pay 2 running backs. That's asinine. That's ridiculous. But find a way to utilize him, like we said, in the passing game. Run him out like they did with Le'Veon Bell in Pittsburgh. Put him wide out.
Here's my thing. I don't disagree with you. I don't disagree with you, but I say this. You don't, and there's no diss to Kareem Hunt. I don't think you lose a significant difference if you get him. If you gain more, if you can't keep him, let me say that. You do make an attempt to keep him, but I think you gain more because he's a valuable piece that you can get so much back for him, preparing you for whatever happened with Deshaun. You know what I'm saying? If you suspend him for a year, or so they say, okay, we suspend them for, say, the 6 games kicks in, and then they wait and appeal it later and say, okay, now we want to do a year, or they do the 12, or Deshaun takes the 12 game suspension, and then the appeal kicks in. They do it for a year.
Yeah,
that's almost 2 years.
I almost wanted to talk about that point too. What Matt's talking about.
Would you
leak to Jimmy G?
Who are some of the teams you think you could see going for him?
That's a good question. I got to think about it.
What was that?
Raiders and Bills are the top 2 teams that pop into my head.
Well, for Kareem
Hunt gets moved, who are the teams you could see going for him? I could see the Raiders taking him. And him with Jacobs.
Why would the Raiders do that?
Pair him up with Jacobs with that 1-2 punch, and then you have him coming out of the backfield as a good pass catcher.
Let me ask you this though, Nate. Do you think
don't have the top running back? It's like kind of like whoever works that day. Hunt could go in and probably become the man very quickly, I think.
Yeah, but I guess my point would be to that too, though, Nick, too, is how much the Raiders willing to pay him, because he wants to get paid a significant amount of money, and do you go to the Raiders to be in the same situation you are in Cleveland. You'll
be in the same situation because they
be
already
in the same situation.
And you're gonna have to wait for the offseason when people's contract expires. You're not gonna, unless there's a significant injury,
right?
You're not going anywhere. And like, the Bills are probably the one place you could go to and start.
Yeah.
Now you'll take the job from Singletary. You got James Dalvin's brother, but like Hunt could go in there and be the man.
I agree with that.
I think he could be the man in Miami because Edmonds is like a.
But you got Edmonds and you got Moisture. And you got Moisture.
Stay healthy. Every time I draft Mostert, he's hurt like 6 minutes later. So I think Hunt could be the man in Miami very quickly. Who else in the AFC?
Baltimore. We got J.K. Dobbins and
No, you don't take him to Baltimore. You would
Giants could use a more consistent running back because
I told you to do the Giants. I told you what to do with Giants. Send them to London. When they go play in London, just stay there.
Just stay there. Don't even bother coming back.
I didn't come back.
Hey, I gotta bounce because I gotta go pick up Nick from his football practice at 6:30, and it's this time of day. It's a rough ride.
Got you.
So,
all right, man.
I'll talk to you boys later.
All right, Nick.
Be good.
You too, man.
Everyone in the chat.
You're right.
What did you say?
Be good. Yeah, right. You know who you talking to? That man to my left. You know who you talking to? Be good.
I didn't want to say Roofie well, so I just said be good. I wish many pill splashes to you, brother. Many secretive poisonings of the drinks. Is that better? Next time I'm going to say be good and let me fucking say it, dumbass.
No,
you knew what I meant. You knew what I meant.
That's in true form. There we go.
And we have football tonight.
Yes, we do.
Yeah,
we do.
Jets Eagles tomorrow. I don't know who's playing tonight, but I'm gonna check it out when I get back.
I saw it too earlier. Damn, who is it?
No, I think the Patriots and Giants are tonight.
Is that who it is?
I don't know. Let me.
I'll look it up. But anyway, all right, Nick.
All right, be good, guys. Peace.
All right,
Later, guys. In the chat. Be well.
Fuck you, Nick. Fuck you, Matt.
Well, I hit the X, but then it comes up with that option. Are you sure you want to leave? And now I got to make a joke again because
you got Giants, Patriots, and you got Titans and Ravens. So
he said send the Lions permanent to Germany.
Peace out, everybody not named Mel.
No, I mean Browns still their season ends on this whole suspension thing. Unfortunately,
it does.
Let's move on to Cincinnati. Are they a fluke or? Or is this going to be something consistent?
No, man. I think they got a good nucleus. They did try to address the O line
as they should.
as they should. I mean, because everybody was sacking Burrow.
Now it cost them a Super Bowl, bro.
Right.
Let's call it what it is. It cost them a Super Bowl that their offensive line was not adequate last year.
Right. So I think the way they went through the season last year. And the better to do what they did with that O-line, they legit, man. They got good pieces there. You got, I like Chase. I think Burrow is an excellent quarterback. The defense is decent. I mean, they need to move Apple. Apple's a liability.
Oh, that boy was getting toasted
by everybody. It's like Burrow on one end, Burrow's getting sacked, on the other end. Apple's giving up points. You know what I'm saying? So as many as Burrow scores, as many as Apple give back. So they need to move Apple. I mean, look, but Giants, Saints, he's moving around. He's doing the league shuffle. You know what I'm saying? But go ahead.
It's crazy you say that because I'm looking at the nucleus on their offense for sure. So Joe Burrow's 25, Joe Mixon's 26.
I like Mixon.
Jamar Chase is 22.
Mm-hmm.
T. Higgins is 23.
Like him.
So I'm looking
Michigan
I'm looking at the pieces. You pick up Hayden Hurst. He's still 28.
Right.
And I'm just really looking at a young squad that just had the experience of being in the Super Bowl, and so things like that helps. Like you go get Alex Kappa from
from the Buccaneers to help to be one of your guards. And he's 27. So not only are you looking at a talented team, you're looking at one that's relatively young.
And they play in a tough division. You got to say that they play in a tough division.
Oh, very tough division.
Which means they're battle tested just in the division alone.
Yep.
You know, and then you look at their playoff run. They ain't like they played some scrubs in the playoffs.
Yeah, they played the 1 seed in Cincinnati, and then they beat the number 2 seed in Kansas City.
Right. So wait a minute, they played Cincinnati?
Huh?
You said they played the 1 seed in Cincinnati.
No, the 1 seed in Tennessee.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then they beat the 2 seed in Kansas City. And then they played the Raiders, who was a tough team too.
Right, and they played the Raiders. Yeah. So I mean, they didn't play any scrubs, and I think that they was battle tested. Did they win? I mean, they was only a few plays away from beating the Rams.
Yeah.
You know, so
had they been able to protect a little bit better, just and I'm not saying like go without sacks, because obviously when you go against Aaron Donald, you're going to give up some.
You're gonna give up some sacks. Yeah, I understand. That's part of the game. But nine times.
But in the moment that he was
because he had a receiver open.
Yeah, look, Jamar Chase was pretty much running down the sideline open.
Yeah, he had a receiver open, bro. You know, so my thing is like,
had he had time, he probably would have. He could have saw it and completed it.
Completed that pass.
We're talking about a different Super Bowl winner. We're talking about a different game.
So I think they legit, man. I think I like Cincinnati. I like their grit. You know, I hate to root for them because they're an Ohio team, but you know, I still think that what they're close enough to Kentucky that I can root for them.
So they're close enough.
They're close enough to Kentucky. You know, they're right there near Covington, Kentucky. So you know,
no, you're right. You're right.
Right across the bridge, you in Covington. So I can root for them. But I think the best thing I like about Cincinnati, the best thing going for them is their division. Because you gotta play Baltimore twice, you gotta play Pittsburgh twice, whose defense is gonna come. No matter what their offense look like, their defense is gonna play.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you gotta go through Cleveland, who has an excellent defense.
Yeah.
So you know you're gonna be battle tested at least 6 times. Well, no. Because you play them twice and it's 3 teams. That's right, 6 times. You're going to be battle tested 6 games right there. Already. 6 games, you're going to be battle tested. Then you're out of conference games, as long as you don't play like like a bunch of scrubs. So you go to the West Coast and play West Coast in the AFC, you playing tough teams.
Mm-hmm.
So you stay within the AFC conference, you legitimately getting tested. So by the time you get to the playoffs, you didn't play some tough teams.
Yeah.
So that's one thing I like about this. I like Joe Burrow. He has good head on the shoulder, makes great decisions. I mean, this is his 2nd year, bro. He went to the Super Bowl. You got Mixon, who's not only a good tough runner, he catches out of the backfield. He's an excellent blocker.
And somebody P. Ryan too. He's 26.
Oh yeah, and P. Ryan. I forgot about P. Ryan. Yeah, you got P. Ryan.
They got to take care of this Jesse Bates situation with this safety. He's 25. He's been part of a good piece of that defense that they're building. I think you just got to get it done.
Hendricks.
Hendricks. He's 27.
Mm-hmm.
Look, this team is relatively young,
right?
And when
that means they can compete for a while.
Yeah, I am to really answer the question. Just because these the key pieces of your team is so relatively young. And now they've been battle tested. Now they just had a Super Bowl appearance. It's for me, I think that opens your window for the next 4 or 5 years where all you got to do is maintain. And of course you're not going to be able to keep everybody, but as long as you're drafting well, getting the right free agents. Unfortunately, free agent wise, you're not going to get a lot of people that wants to go to Cincinnati, Ohio. I'll be honest. So you're going to have to. It's all about
what kind of culture you build. If you build the right culture, you'll get players that want to come. I mean, I haven't really seen or heard anything about their culture, so I can't speak on that. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is, like, you have the right culture, you get players to come. I mean, who wants to play in cold ass Green Bay? There's nothing in Green Bay but Lambeau and cheese. After a while, I get tired of eating cheese. I get tired of being cold. You know what I'm saying? So I'm good. And people whose family tree is a reef. That's all you got in Green Bay. You know? So, but people still go there.
Wait. My man said the family tree is a reef. Kissing cousins. Y'all watch out.
Your cousin is your wife.
Oh,
you know?
Lord. That's my cousin wife.
Right, my cousin wife here. It's too cold. It's too cold to go find a woman. I just take my cousin. She live out the street.
It's too cold.
It's too cold. She cold.
People get married by proximity, bro.
Right? You know what I'm saying?
It's too
cold.
cold.
It's too cold, bro.
You ain't got time to be chasing the hoes. It's too cold.
Hey, cousin pussy just as good as strange pussy.
No, sir. No. Please rephrase that. No, sir. Rephrase that. Rephrase that. Because if somebody coming on the show on that moment,
when the lights off, it's just pussy.
He doubled down. No. Sir. I'm gonna give you the opportunity to.
I'm just saying, if you a Green Bayan, this is not coming from me. This is coming from a Green Bayan. Thank you, Matt. Goddamn M Breeze.
Like, come on, I can't. But like, oh God, that and no more Mountain Dew M for you, bro. No more. We just gonna stick with H2O.
Just sip on water.
Yeah, sip on water, bro. But no more amp for you.
But I do think though. Well, go ahead.
Well, I'm just saying, like, don't get me wrong. Trey Anderson went, but I thought that was a move that he got the most money. Because I mean the Bengals been losing so much that they got the cap money because they've been down. And
yeah, that's true.
But I think to their credit, I think Joe Burrow was the piece to start the turnaround.
Yeah.
Obviously his rookie season he was lights out, and you can see that it was starting to change. Unfortunately, he had the knee injury, and to make it seem like that he was the right pick, you go to the Super Bowl. So, and it starts with him. I mean, he doesn't shake, he doesn't jitter at the sign of trouble. He's like, we call him Joe the Killer, but he has a real ice cold demeanor about him.
He does, man. He got swag to him.
He got swag to him.
The only thing I say about Cincinnati is like no one's surprised no more. They don't have that part.
Is gone.
Yeah, so it's not like it's Cincinnati. You know what I'm saying? They don't have that anymore because they went to the Super Bowl. So now people they gonna get up for this game.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not to say they didn't get up before, but it's still like in the back of your mind.
Sir, they weren't getting up for it. They was like, Cincinnati. Man, we just. I'm just saying.
For the most part,
we just gotta show up.
You just gotta show up. Well, for the most part, professional people gonna play. Who's in front of them, but at the same time, you still have this in the back of your mind. Us, it's Cincinnati. We're gonna find a way to beat them. You know what I'm saying? Because it's Cincinnati. All right.
Show up.
So my thing is that, well, now that part of their mystique is gone. We know who they are. We know what they're capable of. So now we're gonna have to play them. I mean, look at the Raiders game. They almost lost that game. They came back. You know what I'm saying? They played them tough. They won by a field goal. You look at they played Kansas City. You go through the playoffs and watch those when they played Tennessee.
I'm asking the same question, Matt, because here's the thing. Now they're playing a first place team schedule. That makes a huge difference. Yeah. I'm not saying that they're not capable of doing it because obviously the core people that got them there to the Super Bowl and almost won it are still there. You improved your offensive line, so that gives you a chance. Once your quarterback is upright, that always gives you a chance to win a game.
Right.
So
all they had to do is make the playoffs. That's all they had to do. Once they in, they're good enough to go through the playoffs. Now,
they did it last year.
And my thing is, with that extra game, they have a great chance of making it again to the playoffs.
All right, let's take a quick gander at this schedule. Yeah, we got about 4 minutes left. Open up against the Steelers. Go to Dallas.
That's a win to Dallas.
Yeah, I'm always picking every team over Dallas. Dallas can go 0-17.
Dallas could be 6-0. When a 7 game comes, I'm still picking against Dallas.
Yeah,
because somehow on the way, Dallas gonna beat Dallas.
So open up in Pittsburgh at home. Go to Dallas. Go to New Jersey. Take on the Jets.
That's another win.
Get the Dolphins at home.
Be a tough game, but I think they can pull that one out.
Go to Baltimore.
Oh, that's a tough game.
Yep. Go to New Orleans.
That's a tough game.
Atlanta.
That's a win.
Go to Cleveland.
Ooh, well, it depends on who quarterbacking.
Yeah, it depends on who.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be a tough game because of the defense and it's a division game. But I still think if Deshaun's not quarterback, I get the edge. Cincinnati.
I hear you. Home against Carolina.
That's a win.
Go to Pittsburgh.
That's another tough game.
Go to Tennessee.
That's a good. That's a game I want to see how Tennessee they're gonna try to get revenge for the playoffs and see if they get up for that game.
After they go to Tennessee, then they go home and get Kansas City coming back.
Ooh, that's another revenge game. That's gonna be 2 great games back to back.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then you go get Cleveland at home.
Same thing I said before. So
go to Tampa Bay. That's a tough one.
They had a tough schedule, bro.
Go to New England. Cincinnati. Then you go home to Cincinnati New Year's, and Buffalo comes into town.
Ooh.
And then you finish at home against Baltimore. So they got a tough stretch.
They made the playoffs on that, man. They've definitely been battle tested.
For me personally, I think they're gonna have to get as many victories as you can in the first half of the schedule because that second half is loaded.
It's brutal. It's brutal, bro.
Yeah.
I think they make the playoffs, man, on that schedule.
Yeah.
You know,
that's a 9-10 team. I think 9-10 win team.
They made the playoffs on that schedule. That's a winning season.
Oh yeah.
That's a successful season. You know what I'm saying? Really, and how they play against those teams, I want to see. Like I want to see how they play against Tennessee and Kansas City because they gonna get up for that game because they lost. They helped put them out of the Super Bowl hunt.
Mm-hmm.
So they gonna Tennessee and Kansas City really gonna get up for that game.
I mean, if you really look at it, so end of November, you got it actually starts pretty much near Thanksgiving. You got Pittsburgh, Tennessee, Kansas City, Cleveland with a possible Deshaun Watson. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, Josh Allen and the Bills, and Lamar Jackson, and you got to face Belichick in there too. You never know what'll happen with that.
You never know what happens.
So,
because I still like Mac better than y'all do.
Yeah, you may like him, but I don't know, man. It ain't been sounding so hot for you, boy. And not only that, it's still that's Buffalo's division to win or not.
So, I don't say they win the division. No. Let me correct that. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying. So you got the Jets and you got
Miami.
You know, I think much as I like what the Jets done, I don't think it's that time right now for them. So I'm still saying they can beat out the Jets. And I'm saying that Miami and them will fight for that next position. But
they all fight for second place.
You know what I'm saying? And the only thing Miami got up right. That's what I'm saying. But I'm thinking the only thing Miami got on Miami even before always played New England tough.
Yeah.
You know, so regardless. And it's just interesting to see what Tua does. He has no excuses now.
Oh, no, none. You know what, Matt? I think I'm going to go out there on a limb with you. I don't think Cincinnati wins this division this year.
Who wins the division? And we ain't completed the division now, so who wins the division? It's tough, man. It's tough. Because you look at it, if you take Baltimore, let's take Baltimore.
That's where I'm going, though.
Baltimore is the sexy pick, but my thing is Lamar still.
No, I think Cincinnati's a sexy pick right now for a lot of people just because of what they did last year. But I'm going Baltimore.
Baltimore still have the weapons.
I hear you. They don't.
So I'm still can't pick them.
man.
Cleveland. I would if I knew I had to shine. I said Cleveland would be my favorite to win it.
Yeah, I would go that way too. But it's too much. It's too much uncertainty.
I don't have confidence in Mitch. I love the weapons. Now, I got more
confidence in Mitch than you do.
Oh yeah, you probably do, but you know, I ain't got no confidence.
I do because the man went to the playoffs. You go to the playoffs.
When was this?
Come on, man.
When was this?
Yeah, but he went twice. When
was this?
Not great.
Within
the last 5 years.
Okay.
I'm just saying, like
you can't live off the past, sir.
It
wasn't even last year. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even last year.
Okay,
the game has changed from 5 years ago.
3 years ago, he was in the playoffs with Chicago.
Well, that's the case. He was in the playoffs last year with Buffalo
as a backup.
Yeah, that's how you gonna play, like a backup. Bag his ass out of the division.
Oh my God. Hey, I'm telling you, Baltimore coming back healthy. You got that dynamic quarterback.
Yeah. I like Baltimore. Don't get me wrong. I just think that them not having any weapons
harms them. I know it does.
It harms them. So my point is, Cincy is my pick because of that. Pittsburgh, because of the quarterback play, you know, it's like they got weapons, they got good defense, they got Tomlin is their X factor. Tomlin is that 12th man on he's that 12th man on the squad. You know what I'm saying? He don't lose. He's that 12th man. He's that 12th man on the squad. So he's like Belichick. You know, you playing against New England, you like still got Belichick. So it's like you still got Tomlin. So yeah, I'll give Pittsburgh that. And they do. It's not they have a crappy team. They got a good team.
No,
they got a good team. You got Najee Harris back there. You know, you got Claypool. You got Johnson. I like Freiermuth. You know,
I like that Freiermuth. He gonna be nice at tight end, man.
He'll be nice, man. You know, you got Minka Fitzpatrick. You got a good defense squad. So yeah, I give you that.
Hey, all them owners in the North was like, hey man, hey Goodell, man, suspend that motherfucker, dog.
Right. Come on, man. We try
suspend him, dog. Come on, man.
Still is going to win. I remember I heard it first, so I can say, you were wrong, man.
No, we'll see what happens. But look, we reached that time. This is episode 176 in the books. Please. Hey, watch. Let's watch some preseason.
I think you know what? I think the Giants gonna win the AFC North. Right. That's my point.
Shut up.
That's my point.
You mean the London Giants?
Right. The London Giants.
I can't with y'all. Anyway, hey, y'all come back and join us on Monday for episode 177 on behalf of the IOW Sports Crew. Detroit Mail, big homie Nick Shine. I am the Wild Card Mark. Peace and love, y'all.
What woman, sir? This here is a hoe.
Hey.